The road to Bucharest has already thrown up some real surprises, and the group stage draw for the UEFA Europa League hasn't let down the side who perhaps produced the best result of the playoff round, Shamrock Rovers. Their victory over Partizan sees them in Group A with Tottenham Hotspur, who won 14-0 on aggregate the last time they played a team from the other side of the Irish Sea.
Basically, people that love the club, the fans, bought it 5 years ago. We've nearly 500 members, we've nearly 3,000 season ticket holders, which is quite big for Ireland. The love for the club was never diminished and has pushed us this far, and we've got our just rewards in the last few years. And in fairness, Irish clubs have been knocking on the door the last 5 years, which has helped us. We've benefited from the coefficient, and as I said, it's obviously we've done it, but as well it's justified. I think a long way the whole league.
Shamrock's group is made up of two other sides who competed in the UEFA Europa League last season, PAOK and Russia's Rubin Kazan. In Group H, Club Brugge, Birmingham City and Maribor all have the difficult task of facing last year's losing UEFA Europa League finalists. Braga have a new coach in Leonardo Jardim and a taste for European success.
It's an interesting draw, a good draw. There aren't any long journeys, and I think that's important in a phase of the league. You don't want to have to travel too far, with teams who usually are extremely difficult. And in that aspect, I also think that we're lucky. We had luck with the draw. We will assume the role a bit of favourites, not just due to the campaign we had last year, but also for everything that we have been doing in the recent years.
It was Domingos Paciencia who led Braga to last season's final. Now in charge of Sporting, they have a tough group with Lazio. Falcao, who scored the winning goal in last year's final for Porto in Dublin, now plays for 2010 winners Atletico de Madrid. Italian giants Udinese await them in their group.
Sí, son sensaciones bonitas porque cuando vienes aquí.
It's a great feeling. When you come here to the draw and see all the show and excitement here for the draw, and then you hear the name of Atletico Madrid as one of the Europa League champions, it's always something very special. It means that we've been there, that we managed to win it, and why not try to win it again?
Que hemos estado ahí, que hemos sido capaces de conseguirlo y que por qué no volver otra vez a conseguirlo.
Fulham were beaten in the 2010 final by Atletico. They meet Twente in their group, a side that pipped Fulham manager Martin Jol to the Eredivisie title when he was in charge of Ajax. There's also some UEFA Europa League reunions. In Group L, Anderlecht face AEK Athens as they did last season, while Dynamo Kiev scored 8 times in 2 games against Besiktas in the 2010-11 competition. Group E sees them go head-to-head again.
It's difficult to say they are more or less pleasant. If you beat them, then they're pleasant. If not, then they're unpleasant. Therefore, I believe the draw is what it is, and it has to be taken that way. We simply have to focus, motivate ourselves, and play each match with the objective of winning it, and then all will be well.
Schalke dream of reaching the final in Bucharest, but they have an early trip to Romania's capital. Steaua Bucuresti opposition for them in Group J, while Rapid Bucuresti face PSV Eindhoven in their section. Paris Saint-Germain take on Spanish opposition in their group as they did last season. They'll compete with Athletic Club for another place in the New Year rounds.
It's a good group. For us, I think the toughest game will be Bilbao, because I know Spanish football, I've played there. But that's not the most important thing. I think that we're favourites if we take our ambition into consideration. I think we have a good chance to qualify from this group.
Also in their section is FC Salzburg, who meet Slovakian opposition for a second time in this season's UEFA Europa League. Slovan Bratislava awaits.
We know, and we're looking forward to this challenge. We would like to come back and play at the level that Slovan Bratislava played at in the past. And as you might remember, Slovan have already won the Cup Winners' Cup once in their history, in 1969.
Metalist Kharkiv reached the UEFA Europa League round of 32 last season, and the Ukrainians face AZ Alkmaar in their section. While Copenhagen made the UEFA Champions League New Year rounds, they'll hope to use their experience to try and get past Standard Liège, Hanover and Vorskla in their group. But all 48 teams are due to get underway in the UEFA Europa League on September the 15th.